Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to episode 16 of The Keepers of the Gauranlen Grove, which originally aired live on Twitch. Before I get started, I should let you know that this was originally recorded on July 26th, which means that I was playing update 1.3.3072, and that will be true for all of the episodes until episode 21. Let's get started. So, we have an ancient complex, which might have information for us. We have a worshipful village, which has a hackable terminal, but in doing so, they will be wanting to try to kill us as we hack it. So it has to be an in and out kind of job. And then towards the end of last stream, we had this EMI Dynamo kickoff and kick our power off, which sucks. Totally sucks. Because we finally got some automated turret defenses and the like. We also have a mech cluster with an auto mortar that I rigged up so that it can't shoot me by building a roof over it. Sitting in my own backyard, and it's assembling pikemen. It only really has one pikeman left to assemble, but still pretty brutal. And then over here in the Midwest, something like that, we have got auto inferno turrets. What we did leave off doing, and I'm a little worried about Gardner here, walking in from, well, it's just Gardner. So Gardner, as a little reminder, was someone that wanted refugee status. So if we take a look here, Wanderer joins. She was trying to, she arrived and wanted to join us. She is now in rule violation. A little quick update to the rules here on the right side. I did mention last stream that I wanted to get rid of jealousy and greedy as not allowable traits, as we are collectivist and we don't really believe in people being jealous or greedy or sort of not contributing to the greater good. That is part of collectivism. So Gardner violates that, and she is currently carrying bounty from this here abandoned settlement where I did some ancient danger splunking. And she is coming back. Bernona already wearing some of the bounty. She has recon armor from that ancient danger. And my tactics for dealing with this EMI site is to try to find an animal pulsar and go into the EMI site and pulse them and get the animals to do the killing for me. Because I don't think that I can take on 9 pirates with like this ragtag crew. If I had a little bit more side casting, I think that would be helpful. Oh, Glitch, you were saying these pods. Oh, okay, not the seed pods. Yes, I do know that these biosculptor pods can be used for healing and anti-aging. Orion has already gone through them to remove a torso scar. I thought you meant that the Gauranlen seeds could be consumed, which would be a really cool use for it. It'd be really cool if you could use Gauranlen seeds as like heal mech serum or something. I don't know. Get 5 seeds, consume it for like heal mech serum, or I don't know. I could imagine that would be pretty cool. Another thing that we wanted to do is a quick surgery for Jazz. Jazz is tapped out, so I'm going to have Orion to do that. Even though she doesn't have an eye, I'm going to install a torch so that she can see what she's doing. And give Jazz a little bit of R&R. Because he has a bum spine, and we did get a bionic spine for him. So let's do that. Install spine with Glitterworld medicine. Oriana's the best doc, but she is one-eyed. I'm a little worried about that. Just a little worried. But the Glitterworld medicine should help. If we take a look at her surgery success chance, 88%. I think that's probably higher than everybody else's. Let's see. Kadath would be next up. And his surgery success is 70, so 18% higher. Glitterworld medicine, of course, helps considerably with the medicine. And I'm actually going to exploit this, like you suggested I did last time, where I'm going to anesthetize him with herbal medicine and then operate with Glitterworld. So the first drug is obviously used to anesthetize, And here we go. Gardner is at the Grove, and she is not going to be running into the mech clusters, which is good. I'm going to also force wear this cloth toque, as I don't want her to freeze on her way here. All right. And a shaman merchant spawning right behind her. Sort of curious. Oh, haul this while you're at it, please and thank you. Sort of curious if the shaman merchant will end up running into the cluster. This cluster here has already claimed the lives of one of my visiting traders. Now, again, a little reminder that we are chaotic neutral. What happens to our other people, unless they're allies, we don't really care. All right, let me watch this surgery so I don't have another Zenny moment. So the first one now is anesthetized. We switch over to Glitter Worlds and continue the operation. And now only one Glitter World med, as you can see, there's still one left, is used. So the benefit of Glitter World medicine is there so that I have the best possible surgery, but only taking one meds. Gardner is on mental break risk big. She is carrying 2 soothers, more Glitter World meds, plasteel silver, a chain shotgun. I'm gonna let her keep her clothing, and of course a yak that I didn't kill. Some bear did it. All right, Oriana. The steel bed here has a success chance factor of 102%. It's up. The room is clean. Actually, it's slightly dirty, but I don't think anyone can clean it in time. It has like 1 speck of dirt. Do we have the tree dryads? We do. We have one, Night Knave, and the other one perished. The other one died down here to the cluster. So we have a bit of a mood penalty here. Dryad died. And everybody is only the binder gets that, not everybody. So Oriana's Dryad died. The surgery is a success. He now has a spine. That is very good. Hey, Shellbell. Welcome to the stream. Any idea why they weren't listening to the zones? They weren't listening to the zones because they wanted to sleep. And if they want to sleep, they basically do nothing but sleep. I think that was the problem. And it was pretty brutal because they just wouldn't move. I couldn't get them to move. I couldn't encourage them to move. They refused to cooperate in every way possible. Ugh. Gardner. I said ugh because, you know, she's not one of us. Okay, I am setting everybody up to close to stay close to the base. I don't want the plasteel. Oh, actually, no. Well, what are your needs? Kadath. Yeah, don't mind the plasteel right now. You're going to have to go to sleep too soon. So my game plan here, as you can see above me, I moved it so that it doesn't, that I don't block some of the construction options. So the UI for what I'm currently working is up here. The goal right now is to deal with the pirate EMI site. And like I said, I wish to deal with them by getting a pulsar. I think trying to fight them without a pulsar is not going to end well. Would putting a bed spot for them work? I had bed spots here, as you can see. Night Knave has a bed, and then this is where the Dryad that died had a bed. So there were beds. They were ignoring it. Oh, and Gardner is... What is the fate of Gardner? This is something I'm going to pull. There's a few options here. I can have Aoife, in about 5% or 11 hours, accuse Gardner of crimes and get her convicted so that there is no punishment for banishment or execution. So, I have multiple choices here. What to do with Gardner? We can accuse her, cannon fodder her, because a little reminder of her traits. She is she's greedy, and that violates. She's also not of our culture, but she's greedy, and that violates our Druid rules. banish her, or rather, accuse her or not have a trial. This will fork. So either we can go the official accusation with Aoife, or not have a trial and have you vote without the accusing. For our precepts here, execution is respected if guilty. A guilty prisoner, someone that has been accused, arrested, and executed, would give a mood buff. So removing people from our society that violate our precepts is respected. We don't really care about slavery, but I'm not going to keep her as a slave. We aren't a slave-keeping society, but that, you know, that is another option for maybe the future. But I again, not interested in keeping slaves right now. To catch up on my activity feed, Glitch, thank you for the bits, and Admiral, thanks for the sub, and Toxic Moxie for the resub, kicking off the hype train. Cheers. So Bernona is going to be sent back out to go find some ancient dangers. When, you know, I am going to store my simple meals here, actually. Oh, never mind. I already have a stockpile for that. The reason being, there's no way that anything... Why are we even storing them back there? That's really strange. The reason being is there's like no way that they're going to, you know, it's cold in here, so that's fine. What breed is Yoda? He's not really a breed. He's a mix. He's a mutt. He's a Maltese Poodle Italian Greyhound mix. And Jester wants me to give him a treat. Aw, the camera switched back. I'll fix that for you. All right, looks to me, although I didn't put up the timer this time, but I'll try to remember. What do we do with Gardner if she is found guilty? Banishment, execution are the two options here, and vote timer is up. Matt, thanks for all the gifted subs. Cheers, my buddy. I hope you win a poll. Or a raffle, I should say. All right. So Bernona has a big day ahead of her tomorrow, and I'm going to have her bring as many mood-modifying positive drugs as possible so that she doesn't have a mental break out there, because if you have a mental break, one of the real dangers of Bernona is she is incapable of medical. So if she gets hurt while trying to do Ancient Dangers, it's pretty brutal. How many dogs do I have? 3. I have... only one in my office right now, but I can call in one of them. Smoky Monkeys. I like your name. Smunny Monkeys. That's it. And Fabi Genie, thanks for the bits. And you want me to pet Yoda? This little guy? This one? Hi. Guero, thanks for gifting out 5 subs as well. And Inanome for bits. Thank you, Guero. Oh, I think you all pushing this hype train. You get the red and pink camera here. And Wicked Karma, welcome back. Glad to have you here again. You like Yoda's haircut? He's actually getting a haircut tomorrow. This is his like 6 months or 6 weeks grown out. He gets a little shaggy, as you can see. I can fluff his little mohawk here. He's looking at me like, Daddy, why? What did Gardner do? She isn't allowed into this community because she has a trait that violates our precepts. So it's not so much what she did, it's more who she is. It's brutal rules, but rules nonetheless. So a little reminder here, of course, the rules against is jealous and greedy. They're now violating rules of our community. If you're wondering, I tend to treat my series with a lot more roleplay than most others. So not only will I abide by the tenets, rules, precepts, memes of the community, but I will do so pretty strictly. So I'll give you, for instance, we have tree connection. I will not make any attempt to cut down trees purposefully. That is a rule of the series. So in tree connection, even if you're tree connected, you're technically allowed to, you know, cut down some trees, and they actually just reduced the penalties for it. But I don't plan on cutting down trees. You can also set them on fire or mortar them, or, you know, there's a lot of ways to remove the trees that that isn't so penalizing, and I won't be exploiting that. Jester, thanks for the bits. Oh, so here is the last pikeman. So 6 pikemen. That's pretty brutal. Bernona here is... You know what? I'm going to have Bernona hang out because she is our moral guide. I'm going to wait to send her on an Ancient Danger until the trial is over. But it does look like the shaman got here, surprisingly. They seem to have some donkeys for sale. Get out of my swamp, donkeys. We're continuing the perimeter walls because I think it's vitally important that I do build these perimeter walls. And some aristocrats want me to host them. The rewards would be this gay nudist constructor planter. A planter might be a very powerful person to add because of their ability to bond with Gauranlen trees. But let's take a look at the quest. It is, I need a free bedroom that satisfies a duke. Oh, that's a tall ask. What's interesting here is, so it would need to be a bedroom, a 30 tile bedroom with an impressiveness of at least 80, all fine floored, a royal bed, an end table, dresser, drape, no work facilities. And I have 6 or 5.5 days to construct that. It's doable, but only if you think the rewards are worth it. Should I host the Duke? Now, the other issue here, before I put up the poll, is I have no power, and trying to keep the Duke's mood above 25% with no power would be a considerable challenge. I'm putting the poll up because I accept the fact that it's a challenge. But the other rewards here would be a Psi Trainer Words of Trust, which I'm really curious if that has something to do with, if Words of Trust help you with ideology, but maybe not, or Goodwill. That would be the last choice. And again, it's up to you. All as usual, all important things left up to the, to chat. That's how I like it. Another thing I wanted to do is paint the perimeter of the tree so I know where the walls are going to go. Obviously, these are probably going to be wooden walls, which is extraordinarily costly due to the fact that wood is not a commodity that we can easily produce ourselves. Perhaps we raid lumber camps or try to call in some bulk goods traders. It would be good for us to get a formal ally that we can call up on the comms console so that we can ask for bulk goods trading. But either way, Aoife is about to trade with these shaman traders and their little flop caps. They're so very cute. They have a female duck, which would be a decent egg layer, but I do not have a pen for them. Here's a psychic animal pulsar. I don't even have to go spelunking into the Ancient Dangers for that. So obviously I'm going to buy that. I'm also going to buy the Insanity Lance. I'm not going to buy the Soother because I have a lot of Soothers. But one of the curious things before I do that... Ah, you little jerk. So Gardner here not only had a mental breakdown, but then she kept the Soothers on her person. I was wondering where they were, because they were not showing up in my currently owned thing tree or whatever you want to call it. All right, so let's buy that animal pulsar, and that will help with the pirate site. And then the Insanity Lance is really good if I get attacked by mechs, and I want to permanently make one of the enemy mechs insane, so as to neutralize it. I'm also going to sell a little bit of drugs for the silver to try to offset the cost. But not too many drugs. I will keep the pemmican for travel. And that's it. Okay. Host the Duke? No. Got it. All right, where's my pulse? Okay, here they are. Aoife, I am going to have you force wear the Incendiary Lance as the leader of our community, and also the one that has a steel Ikla. So you're gonna haul back the pulsar, and this pulsar is what Bernona's gonna use to neutralize the pirate site. So I'm gonna have her eat a lavish meal and then set out. Okay. Where is my pulsar? There, here it is. Why is Oriana so happy? Oh, a catharsis. That makes sense, because yeah, her hubby died. Actually, she is over her hubby's death. Because I guess it was that long ago that Adriel died. He died the 1st of December. Yeah. It's been a year, so... Man, it's been a year. A posture check. Got it. Alright, Bernona is already has a small tolerance to ambrosia, psych, and alcohol, so it's not probably a good time to have her take more drugs. I'm hoping that lavish meal cuts it. Although she's about to consume ambrosia, so I'm going to allow that, and then I'll send her out. Okay, here we go. Form Caravan out to the pirate site. Now, the other thing I'm going to need to do when I get there is turtle up. Don't bring a joint. Turtle up so that the animals don't come after me. They only go after the pirates. That's relatively easy to do, but it will require me to, like, bring some steel, maybe? Because I was going to say cut down some trees, but obviously that is not going to happen, so... 31 steel, that's good for 6 walls. That's enough. I mean, it's cramped, it sucks, but it's enough. And then I'm gonna bring as much pemmican as, no herbal meds, as much pemmican as I can hold, because I'm likely going to be stuck for a while. So it's Bernona, some drugs, steel, pulsar, bedroll, berries, pemmican, sent. Her meal assignments is anything already, so that's fine. That's good. That works. And I said I would have the trial before she left, but the simple fact of the matter is Aoife here went wandering, sad wandering, and then Gardner here is, you know, psychotic wandering as well, so I can't have the trial anytime soon. Changing the cam to the star of the show, you mean this guy? Or would that be Tusk? I just called Tusk. Let's see if she shows. Oh, here she is. Summoned. Hi, girl. Hey, pup. All treats for good girls. All right, Bernona, where are you? The other thing is I have to make sure that her exit point doesn't waltz her into a mech cluster, which would be dreadful. Did you just take off your shirt? No. Okay. Yep. Her exit point waltzes her straight into the mech cluster. Her exit point is farther south, though, so all I have to do is draft her and walk her manually around. And then undraft her when she gets a little further out. You stay right there, girl. You stay right there. Treat redeemed out of stock. Yeah. I don't want to give too many treats too quickly because it's not really good for them to... Yoda's so small that just a few treats is kind of a lot of food for him. All right. So the perimeter, man, trying to wall this up that's almost entirely in the marsh is one really difficult thing to do for our fair druids. Some of the walls, it seems very strange to be putting walls down because 99% of these walls aren't going to cover anything. Let's put a granite door in this location, allowing people to exit. Oh, well, there's already a granite door there. So I'm going to move it. This door leads to a marsh, which isn't helpful. Well, no, that's not true. That would be a good window to shoot out of because enemies don't like to ingress through the marsh. But then let's also put doors here and here. Now, one of the future thoughts I had was to treat this marsh as a bit of a kill box. And that still might be the case, but I'm going to need to drain the swamp considerably. Okay, Gardner is starving. I really could not care less. And Bernona is heading for the southeast corner to exit. Jazz is now our new cook, our backup cook. I guess I'll give Gardner tasks. I don't know. I mean, she's gonna be kicked out, but... Drain the swamp, you didn't know I was a politician? No, in this case, it's drain... I guess I should have said drain the marsh, not the swamp. An ibex doe in my backyard is pretty good, so let me go hunt that. Do I have anyone with a hunting priority? No, I don't. Tailson, guess what? It's you. It's very rare that meat comes to me. Most of the time, because this is a 400 by 400 map, I have to travel insane distances to get to hunting opportunities. So anytime there's hunting opportunities nearby, count me in. And unfortunately, we have to walk through the marsh. Is there any other animals around? Obviously not here, because I can't go over there. But there is. There's a wolf eating the corpses of the fallen trade caravan. Or raiders. I don't even remember which they were. The close zone does allow for people to haul this steel. It wouldn't be a terrible idea to haul some additional steel. Can I build bridges over those spots to build walls? Yes, but wood is very, very rare for me to have. So I can build bridges, but I can build like maybe 12 of them until I run out of material. How do you become a VIP? I would just make VIPs. I don't really have a formal process about VIPs though. Yeah, one of the big issues here is being the fact that we don't cut down trees. You only build bridges out of wood, so trying to build bridges there is really, really difficult. All right, so Bernona, are you gonna reach there today? Maybe? It's 18. No, she's probably gonna rest prior. Both Aoife and Gardner are still psychotic breaking. Am I allowed to buy wood? Yes. I just haven't had a lot of opportunity. It's uncommon that I get the opportunity to do that. Bye, trade caravan. I'm happy that you didn't get murder slaughtered from the mech clusters. Alternatively, I could try to build around the land to protect my holdings. So I could build like up here. I don't want to crudely paint it, but I could build around like this, and go real wide. But then the problems are the defensive benefits of securing the marsh is lost. The marsh has a walk speed of 30%, and the shallow water has a walk speed of 30%. So one of the benefits of securing this marsh here is that any enemies coming in walk much more slowly, which allows longer ranged weapons a lot more time to fire before the enemy can close the distance. So if I had, let's say, uranium slugs built here, I could slug anything trying to ingress towards me without the slugs being in much danger. It's a very powerful tool to use marshes to slow people down. What happens if I cut down trees? So A, I won't, because it's part of the rules of this series, but B, it makes everyone unhappy. You will get a trees disturbed moodlet here. Now, I disturbed these trees because I think they were in the blast radius of a grenade, and it was like a accidental collateral. But that moodlet goes up and up and up the more trees that you disturb. All right, Aoife is no longer wandering, which means that we can hold, as soon as Gardner is done with her psychotic wander, we will be able to hold that trial. Hey, Ascendancy. Welcome back. Fibercorn, can I grow fibercorn? Yes, I can grow fibercorn. It grows really, really slowly, but currently the outdoor temperature won't allow for it. It is too cold, and I don't have any power because of a pirate EMI site, so I can't currently grow fibercorn anywhere. But if I wanted to grow fibercorn, I could, create a grow zone like this and throw fibercorn in there. If you take a look at fibercorn, however, the 6-day grow time is not exactly true because of the outdoor temperature here. It would grow a lot slower. And because it doesn't react to soil fertility, it doesn't speed up that much in a hydroponic basin. That's another important distinction to make. So hydroponic basins have a fertility of 280%. So plants like rice that have high fertility sensitivities benefit more from richer soils, whereas crops like potatoes have low soil sensitivity, which means that they don't benefit as much from rich soil. They don't take advantage of the rich soil. And if you take a look at the fibercorn, its fertility sensitivity is 10%. Basically, it doesn't really matter where you plant it. You could plant it in stony soil. You could plant it in rich soil. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really grow much faster. Does viewing a Thrumbo eating a tree also make us unhappy? No. Not unless it was a Gauranlen tree or an anima tree. Anything that happens in game that isn't done by me or the people of my culture to the trees don't matter. So I'll give you for instance. A meteorite strikes a grove of trees and kills them. My people won't care. A forest fire, a naturally occurring forest fire, burns a whole lot of swath of trees. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother the people in my culture. They don't want to harm the trees themselves, but they will not be upset if the trees are harmed by others. So if I had a defoliator land in the middle of the map and it took out, a third of the trees that even existed here, what might upset them is if they were in the area that was defoliated, they would lose this rich forest benefit, and they would gain I want to see some trees malice or penalty, but they wouldn't have this like trees disturbed negative modifier. All right, Gardner is no longer wandering. I think tomorrow morning you all know what we're going to do. So let me update my project. EMI, site, and execute Gardner. If I could spell her name right. Not Garner. She wasn't an alias. We're 13 going on 30. So Bernona will be moving towards the EMI site. And what I think I'm going to do is focus on Bernona and the EMI site first. And then once I get to the site, and I'm set up and I've pulsed and all that, I will deal with Gardner afterwards. But one of the things I'm going to want to do is, Miss Gardner, let's give you a poor bow. I'm not going to let you keep a chain shotgun. That's ridiculous. And then, let's see. Tailson, I'm going to have you grab that chain shotgun. And then Jazz, maybe grab the pump shotgun that Kadath will drop. So Bernona is now 0.1 days away from the EMI site. And just to reiterate, my tactics for the EMI site is to turtle myself, hit the pulsar, and get all the animals. Hopefully there will be animals at the EMI site. There should be, because it's a boreal forest, so it shouldn't be without animals. As you can see, boreal forests are pretty well stocked. And let the psychotic animals rip apart the pirates. And once the animals then stop manhunting, I will clean up whatever's left. I will destroy the EMI site, and it will take a day or two, but I think that's probably the best approach. So here is for instance, Gardner here is not tribal, and praying at the anima tree does not produce grass. We do not have a requirement for all to be tribal, and in fact, I think Jazz isn't? No, who wasn't? Mara isn't. Marauder. Flo is not tribal. So not everyone is required to be tribal, but of course there's more benefit if they are, because they get to pray at the tree. And perhaps if I'm able to destroy the EMI site and put things back to normal, I will do a little focusing of the anima tree to get my psi casting up and back. Have we done any predictions? No, but we can. Here, I'll start one right now. It's going to be a 2-minute prediction. Will Bernona clear the pirate site? Or will she fail? She's about to get there, so it's a very short window. So, Ascendancy asks, I've seen that you cannot zone animals anymore. That's not entirely true. There's 2 types of animals now. There are animals that are farm animals that cannot be zoned, and they have to be put in pens. They are still very useful, because there was then a buff to caravanning, so that the farm animals can dramatically speed up your caravans, so that your caravans moving over the world map move a lot faster. But other animals, like my dryads here, and my wolves, they still understand zoning. So about 2/3 of the animals are still able to be zoned, and the ones that cannot be zoned would be listed in the pen marker. So if you take a look at this pen marker here, if I built one, I guess I could throw one down for an FYI. This pen marker will have the complete list of the animals that cannot be zoned. So here Bernona is at the pirate site, and I'm going to tuck into this spot here and build myself a little hole in the nowhere. I have 30 steel, which should be enough for, let's see. No, I need to put the steel down first. So it will be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 with 5 spare. Let's do it like that. I'll get that pen marker in a second. I just split attentions here. All right. Do these guys have mortars? Oh, they have gibbet cages. They're keeping corpses. I'm not sure what's in there. Maybe they're alive. In cages. They are, unfortunately for them, completely surrounded by animals. Let's see. There are 4... Actually, it's not a ton of animals. This might be tougher than I thought it would be. But we'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to do this as fast as I can. And then go back to Tailson. Oh, he's still building. Now, Brunona's also bloodlust and a jogger, and if it came down to a fight, the snipers might be a little bit tricky for her to deal with, and there seems to be 3 of them. But the rest of them should be okay. Here's another shield. Ronin Lawless, the shield. Okay. I feel like Ronin Lawless would be a name that like some cheesy romance novel would give the male protagonist. All right, before you drink that beer, it ain't time for that. Activate. All right, so upon activating the pulsar, all conscious, all non-sleeping animals, and obviously it was midday, so none of them were sleeping, becomes aggressive and tries to murder these pirates. They were 9 pirates, so killing 5 of them should cause them to flee. And Brunona is just going to hang out in this little hole that she built herself. Maybe I'll have her work on her mining skill. No, I'm not even gonna bother. I'm gonna have her work on her smoothing skill. And she's just gonna hang out in there and wait for either the animals to be killed off, and then she'll get to work shooting, or for the animals to win, and then she'll wait for the animals to stop going crazy. Fortunately, so the sniper rifles are really dangerous for her to fight against because she doesn't have a helmet, she has recon armor. But it also looks like 2 of the 4 snipers are getting the business end of a horse hoof, so that's good. All right, so here's the pen marker that I was talking about, Ascendancy. These animals in this list, alpaca, bison, boomlope, etc., these are the ones that have to be penned. If you don't pen an animal, what ends up happening is they just sort of wander off and they can leave the map tile and you will lose them forever. So these are mostly what you would consider farm animals. And as you can see on this list, you don't have stuff like squirrels or dogs or wolves or, wargs. All of these animals now, including the horse and donkey. Horses and donkeys used to be able to haul, but they cannot haul any longer. Basically, any animal that's on this list can no longer do advanced training, which is a little unfortunate considering how smart donkeys, cows, pigs, and horses are compared to, like a capybara or a cassowary. But yeah, this is the list. So if you do want to have animals, you would have to ranch them. And the way ranches work is you just have to physically enclose an area. So I could build a ranch like this, where I put a wall, I put a fence there, I put a fence, I have to avoid the trees, but I put a fence here, and then everything back here would become a ranch because it is then behind walls. And what ends up happening is your rancher will then lasso and leash or tether the animal and bring it to the pen. And they bring it to the pen that is designated for them. So if you want like a pen of only boomalopes, you can have a pen of only boomalopes. If you want a pen of only female alpaca, you could have a pen of only female alpaca. So in that way, you can also separate genders and separate species. And then once your pen is completed, the pen marker will also then tell you how much food is available within the pen, which is another nice little feature. So I could, if I wanted to, stick this pen marker in this building or stick it in this building, and technically it would be penned up, but it wouldn't really have any food. In this building, it would have like some psychoid leaves and beer counting as food, and that's not a really good thing to feed a pet. So I'm going to uninstall this pen marker, but maybe sometime in the future I will actually have ranched animals, and I can use it and show you. So let's check on these. Oh! I should name you Nightmare, because you just stomped this dude to death. Oh boy. Oh, where did that get thrown? Yes! Kill Hill! Okay, so Nightmare is dead. That was short-lived. Limey here is just launching grenades everywhere. Pake is downed. The stallion got him. I can hear the EMI site in this building. Obviously, it's the only one large enough to contain such a site. I think what I'm going to do is, Brunona, I'm going to have you break out of here. I think it's probably best for me to intervene now while these pirates are busy, rather than to wait for all the animals to be dead and then have to fight the remaining pirates myself. In fact, there's only this one hare left, so I might have to abandon this site. Or, I don't know, something miraculous. I only have Psychic Tea and Ambrosia. What I could do is use my Shock Lance, and what I'll try to do, I'll try to stick around. The big risk here, the huge risk here is, if I get knocked out, I'm dead. I'm gone because I have no backup. I have no allies. So it's a, you know, it's a very high risk. Okay, there's the low shield. Just trying to get the power back. So these snipers, for whatever reason, aren't chasing me. I was hoping on hitting one of them with the shock lance. Oh, why are they catching up to me? Or more specifically, how are they catching up to me? Because I'm a jogger. All right, shield, go away. Ah. I think they're trying to defend this site to the last, which I don't really like. And obviously I'm going to be, ooh, ouch. Okay, let's just get out. Let's get out while we can. I'm gonna have to come here with more. Oh, ouch, ouch, ouch. Unfortunately, the animals weren't enough. Now the other problem is, she doesn't doctor, so I'm gonna have to meet her halfway with Oriana. So I'm gonna have Oriana leave with nothing, with some herbal meds, and tend to her. So Oriana, where are you? You're close by. Let me load up the meds and bail. That was unfortunate. Had there been better animals at this site, I would have had a better chance to clear it. What I guess I should have done is to just send in a lot more people to help with that process, but I didn't. I thought there'd be enough animals to do it herself, but there wasn't. Had I sent Mara, Oriana, and Tailsin or something like that, you know, the results might have been different. Jumist, thanks for the sub. Super Ninja for the follow. I missed a hydrate. And Sprocket, cheers. And other followers too. Albine KB and Rip Context. Thank you all. Yeah, she hasn't failed yet. She's just, she's got 10 hours left. And I need Bernona, or I need Oriana to book it. Why do I keep getting South Edge? You know, all right, here's what I'm gonna do. Oriana, stop. And exit point north. I'm gonna try to get Oriana to leave quickly. Because I don't have a lot of time to spare. Nope, this I hate. I hate caravanning. You already have the herbal meds. Oh my god, I am going to slap you so very hard if you keep... Oh, for real? Alright, what is this exit point? Center, top. Okay, that's the best we're gonna get. Caravanning is so frustrating me, and there hasn't really been reasonable improvements to it in a long time. It's my least favorite part of the game because characters are just dumb. Long ago, it actually, you could select like edge exits and stuff like that, but you just can't anymore. So here, it's gonna be, I should have brought Go Juice or something. Do I even have Go Juice? No, I don't have Go Juice. Go, Oriana, go. So these two need to group up before Bernona hits her, like, faint timers, which is, nerve-wracking. How long does she have? Keep on trekking, girl. Keep on going. The one weakness she has is she doesn't, don't rest either. There we go, merge. Wow, right as she faints. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. All right, so she's got medical attention now. As you can see, she's getting patched. There was no time to spare there at all. She is alive and she'll be coming home. We'll just not have power for a bit longer. Altar of Animals Desired. No. You know what? No. No. I don't know how else to put this. Get out right now. I'm not even waiting for these guys to come home. Why are you... Oh, you were hauling? Aoife versus Gardner. Here's the trial. All right. Did we... Every time I re-enter, there's also a risk of me entering right at a mech site. So Oriana, Caravan to pick up the assault rifle and carry Brunona. The carry is very, very nice. So then I'm going to steer Oriana to get home, not going into the mechs. So, dramatic rescue with like seconds to spare. Unfortunately, they're not going to be attending the trial, but they will benefit now that they're here. The result of the execution, if found guilty. Gardner convicted. So here we go. I can mark her for execution. And I need to make her into a prisoner. Oh, if only this door spot was one larger. I wonder if I can use this as a prison too. Oh, let's just execute her. Oh, wow. That was not even like a execution, public execution. That was just a slice your neck. I don't think that there is a benefit to that, unfortunately. Jumping the gun. But at least we're done with Gardner. And what's funny is my rival Gardner died. My rival Gardner died. My rival Gardner died. My rival Gardner. Everybody hated you. Oh, man. Oh, boy. So even though I didn't do the proper, like, public execution for the benefit, everybody liked it anyway. So thank you, Aoife, for disposing of Gardner, I suppose. You think some organ harvesting would have been a good idea? Probably, in hindsight, but I didn't. Next time I'll remember to add that as a option. Okay, Brunona can walk for herself, but I'm not going to have her walk for herself because I'm sure she'd walk slow as she's injured. No, I take that back. Brunona, grab your assault rifle and haul some steel. Oh man, you really are slow. How soon are you gonna have a... Okay, you're about to have a mental breakdown, so just go home. It's too bad I can't preach health to herself. I should have just carried her, honestly. Maybe someone could come back to carry her. No one's awake. Hey, well, Jazz has one lung. Tailson has a kid. Okay. I really should have done some organ harvesting and just organ murdered her. Right, I'll drop that there and go help Brunona. She's gonna have a mental break risk. Oh, you know what? She's demanding to walk. Now, my only worry here with her demanding to walk is she has a mental break risk near the big old mechanoids, and that would be really bad. Now, another, if you're ever wondering if you fail a site like this, they will just will entirely regenerate the instance next time I'm there. So there's still a point to bring a pulsar, an animal pulsar. So if I bring an animal pulsar, there will be new animals, there will be new enemies. It's as if the original fight never really happened, for better or for worse. All right, don't worry about unloading your inventory. Just go to sleep. Someone will pick that up for you. And you should eat meals, which are not available. So actually, eat the pemmican. You were right. Jazz needs to get cooking. Well, the priority is still the pirates, but I really do think that without Bernona, we don't fare well. Also, Aoife just did a accusation, so it's not like I can use combat command for another 10 days. So we're going to be going without that combat command. But what I'm going to need to do to figure out is maybe I will send Mara to do some Ancient Dangers spelunking, because she doesn't really have a lot to do in the colony right now, because she's a researcher, but there's nothing to research. And because of her title, she isn't allowed to do a lot of other work. So it might be best to send her to rummage through some Ancient Dangers instead of like cut granite, which is, I mean, it's beneficial, but like only a little bit. All right, let's have you go over here and eat pemmican. Or no, leave the pemmican alone. Jazz, stop. Oh no, not that. Start cooking. And then Mara, yeah, Cloud Watch, pray, whatever. Do something, get your recreation up, because you're about to be deployed. I'm not trying to get back to get res potions. That would be a nice side effect of going to the Ancient Dangers. I am just trying to get weapons to use against the pirates, because they outnumber us, they outgun us. All right. And we want our power back. That's why I have that priority above my head at the top of the screen. All right. When you make this, take 2 simple meals. Why do you keep hauling it back there? Okay, Samara's now eaten. She's going to head here. Does she doctor? Yes, but like in name only. Obviously, if Bernona doctored, even if in name only, she would not have bled as much as she did. It was the fact that she couldn't patch her own wounds that made it such a risk when she got in that last attack. All right, so you're gonna bring all of the pemmican, all 29 of it. That kind of sucks. The herbal, the glitter world, the bed, and it's not a lot of meals. It's not a lot of food. So bring some beer too. It's calories, sort of. Good luck. And I don't know what your exit point is, so I'm gonna have to watch you, making sure it's not dumb. Actually, stick around for one more batch of Jazz's rice meals. Oh man, that took a while. All right, bye-bye, Mara. Mara has 25 kilograms of free carry. Oh no, less now, but a lot of kilograms of free carry space. And she, much like the others, are trying to go straight through the mech cluster. A very, very healthy thing to do, I've been told. Okay, her exit point is also, whoa, camera, middle. So she'll be headed out that way. Bernona probably smoked smoke leaf. Yes, she did. Knocking herself out. Okay. Well. she's happier, I hope. And, okay, she was supposed to be bed resting. She just decided to smoke leaf and lose consciousness. Got it. Jazz, go for the pump. Nope, go for the pump shotgun. Okay. I like the weapons that we have. I would feel a little bit more comfortable if Aoife had better weapons, better melee weapon and like a shield belt, but obviously I'm not going to be able to make that with the power out. Mara is a third of the day away using a bedroll, and looks like our perimeter walls have seen some progress, which is nice. Very, very nice. So we'll continue on that progress. I'm just thinking here, if I lay out turrets around here after draining the marsh, but have my killbox entry go this way, I could set up turrets here to shoot that way, and this is just the ingress. That's a huge project. That means that I would want sort of a killbox like here, where I have walls, and this would be the box, or something maybe wider. Something like that. And then you'd enter through here. And then this would be walled off, forcing enemies to go around and in this way. That's a very late goal. I mean, that's going to take me a very, very long time to accomplish, but I think that that's probably a pretty solid choice. And then maybe have the kill box just narrow enough to accommodate this these geothermals here that will be sort of attached to the walls. So this is just a high level hope, dream of sorts. Okay, so this here is Ancient Danger, or not Ancient Danger, Insect Overhead Mountain. So something like that. Now the real problem is trying to make room for this stuff, because without the ability to cut trees, I can't plan all that well because of the tree penalty, but I don't know. That's currently the idea. Thank you for tuning in to the Keepers of the Gauranlen Grove, which originally aired live on Twitch. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. Keep in mind that the live stream is about 30-40 hours ahead of this episode. If you would like to catch a live stream, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. As a little reminder, this was recorded on July 26th, which means I was playing version 1.3.3072. Thank you for watching. I will catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell.